Hey word nerds, Kate here, and today's words are all about literary agents. As you all know, I am writing a series of picture books as well as some novels, and I would definitely like to get them published someday. I think that's almost every writer's goal. And I've mentioned literary agents a couple of times, and quite a few people have asked me, what are literary agents and why do you want one? So I thought I would give just a quick explanation of what they are and what they do. So literary agents are just about the same as any other talent agent you can think of, whether that's for singers or actors or musicians, or I think even athletes sometimes have them. I guess the broadest definition would be they're someone who helps you manage your career. They often serve as a sort of mediator between the talent and the producer in whatever field that happens to be. So in my case, they would serve as a go-between for me and the publisher. A lot of people want to know why I personally want an agent. Well, in publishing, it's very hard to get published if you don't have an agent anymore. Originally, publishing houses would just accept manuscripts from authors and book proposals and such if you just sent it to them, but as publishing got more and more popular and they started getting more and more stories, it kind of got out of control. Nowadays, most publishing houses won't accept any sort of submission unless it comes from an agent. There are, of course, exceptions. Some publishing houses will open up for unsolicited manuscripts for a few weeks or even a month at a time. The biggest exception I've actually seen is picture books. You don't have to have an agent for most publishing houses if you have a picture book, which is pretty exciting for me. It means I don't technically have to go through an agent if I don't want to, but I've decided that that's the route I want to take. So why do I want an agent? Well, I do have a full-time job, and when I'm not at work, I'm usually writing or, attempting to be a normal social person, which means I don't have a whole lot of free time to spend on developing a proposal and sending it to publishers and networking and trying to make connections and all that fun stuff. Basically, if I get an agent, they will be able to do a lot of that footwork for me, which is really helpful. Not only that, an agent will be able to give me advice on things like contracts, which I have absolutely no experience with in the writing world. They'll know what's fair, they'll know what's normal, and hopefully be able to help me get the best possible deal I can. Basically, they know a lot of people in the writing world. They know what publishing houses are looking for certain things, and they'll have a better chance of finding the best place for my stories. But the biggest reason I would like to work through an agent is I really want help figuring out my writing career. If you get a good agent, they will help you not only get your individual story published, but they will help you figure out what to write next and how to manage your career as a writer, which is really what I was looking for. I have a lot of ideas, and I've talked to some of my friends about this. I sometimes think I have too many ideas because I start working on one thing and I get really excited about it, and then I get another idea and get excited about that and start working on that instead, and I have a hard time finishing things because I'm always chasing the next idea, and that's not a bad thing. It's great that I have ideas, but I would like some guidance, perhaps, in what I should be working on, because right now it's just whatever I feel like, and that's not necessarily the best way to get things done. It's been kind of hard for me to find an agent. I am writing picture books, obviously, but I also have some young adult and adult fantasy stories, and so trying to find an agent who is willing to represent two very diverse things is a little more difficult. So that's my little explanation about what literary agents are. If you're interested in more of my words, you can check out links below to my blog, Facebook page, and Twitter account. I would love to hear from you, so please comment below and let me know if you have any other questions about agents. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and you will see me next time, word nerds.